I had no idea that I was going to be here today. I mean, I had plans, I had things, I had ideas. We were going to start a brand new tradition starting at 5 p.m. West Coast time for Chatter with Statter here on Twitch. And lo and behold, about an hour and a half, 2 hours before I was scheduled to go online, boom, no power. Well, you know what? That's exactly the time that I spend prepping a lot of my things and stuff. Now, I got a couple things done last night, but I had ideas. I had ideas. And yeah, none of these ideas are going to be happening. So I guess what it boils down to at this point is, I'm not sure I have any ideas, right? Yeah. So that's how that works. It is a bit of a rainy day here. Hey there, Elaine. Good to see you. I was not sure I was able to get here today, or rather, I've been here all day. I wasn't sure I was gonna be able to get out to everyone today. About an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, power went out. We got lots of what we have actually in Seattle right now is an atmospheric river coming in off of the Pacific, which is basically a long line of drenching rain, which is fantastic in theory. But the ground gets saturated, and then when the wind comes, the trees are super easy to fall over. And as it turns out, a tree took out some power lines in town, and about 7,500 of us were without power for the last couple hours. Looked on my app, and they said midnight was when the estimated restoration time was going to happen. So I had basically written this stream off because midnight is way later than 5 p.m. And then, yeah, about 12 minutes before 5 p.m., broom, lightning, or not lightning actually, but we shall have light. And I thought, oh gosh, I don't really have anything because all my prep time was spent without power. So I'm not really sure what we're gonna do here today, guys. But we're here, and I'm glad we're super here. It looks like Kenny from the Cove has snuck on in. Darlene, you saw my message, and as it turns out, I was wrong. I was telling Darlene on Facebook all about the atmospheric river and how I don't think I was gonna see anybody tonight, and probably nobody was gonna see me. But turns out we might have a visitation for a minute. Now, if I suddenly go kaput, my best guess is it's not Twitch, it's not your stream, it's probably going to be the power. So we'll see how long we can hang out. But if I suddenly disappear, don't take it personally. And don't freak out over your tech. It's probably my tech, or rather the source of all of our tech, which is the power. All right. So good to see Cindy Kraus in the house. Excelente. All right. Yeah, I was really bummed about not being able to come in on time because, we're trying to switch up the routine a little bit, and then lo and behold, I decide to just ignore the routine and just not even bother to show up. Well, that would be lame. Yeah, is it raining? Oh, yes, Cindy, it is raining in Seattle. Like I said, we've got an atmospheric river coming through off the Pacific, which basically is a long line of rain clouds that are just bringing in moisture. And right now, the ground is so saturated that the trees are very easy to topple over once a strong gust of wind comes through. So yeah, there you have it, Rabbit. Oh, good, Shock, you're here. Yeah, I tried to get my word out on socials that if I didn't show up today on Twitch, it wasn't anything to take personal. It literally was a case of me having no abilities. No abilities, that is, power-wise. I mean, I have abilities, but not to bring power to me. Oh, Cindy, yeah, you got blue skies. If I could sprinkle a little rain in your direction, I would very, very happily do so. Yeah, exactly, Kenny. Raining in Seattle? Surely I jest. Precisely. Yeah, so we are winging it at the moment. I know you're like, winging it. Don't we always wing it? I mean, it sure seems like it. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? But this time we're really flying by the seat of our pants. I've got scrawled notes that were going to be put into better notes, but without power to do so, I didn't. Oh, hey, Shock. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, we do have a dishwasher update. I mentioned that, I think, yesterday. Okay, so let's just talk about the dishwasher, shall we? For those of you who may or may not be up to speed on the dishwasher saga, I have a portable dishwasher. A rat got into the casing and chewed up a lot of the hoses. So it turns out I tried to repair the hoses, realized the hoses were far too far gone to repair and actually needed to be replaced. So I put in an order for a unicoupler or something. What it basically is a metal thing that attaches to my sink faucet with two big rubber hoses coming out of it. It's basically what it is. It's what I need. Now, we all have heard about the supply chain issues, etc., etc. Consequently, when I ordered this piece of equipment from Sears, yeah, you heard me, Sears, it took a very long time, like close to 3 months, for them to send me the part. Now, okay, so like this is one of the tubes that needs to be replaced. This is an example of the size of another tube that is part of the thing that I'm ordering. So essentially it's like the thing that I'm ordering has both of these tubes, but much longer. It's a big part, right? So the part comes in the mail and I notice that it comes in a bag this size. And I'm like, oh, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. So I take the part out of the bag and I see that the label does indeed say unicoupler kit. Now that's the label on the outside, but the label of the part on the inside, see that this is the part they sent me. Now I don't know if I have a problem with reality, but this part doesn't really seem like it would replace what these things do. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a dumb girl and I don't get it. I don't get it. So yeah, this part, however, is called a faucet adapter. And if you look at the label of what it is on the inside of the bag, it says faucet adapter and it's got a completely different part number than on the bag that it came in. So we've got a couple problems, basically. What we've got is somebody put the wrong part in the wrong retrieval packaging barcode system. And now we have either a human or a machine just going by the numbers. And they're genuinely not paying attention or incapable of going, hey man, that's not a unicoupler, dude. That's a faucet adapter. So this was a problem. Now I called the number and I won't even get into the details of how many different numbers I had to call. But I reordered the part and they were like, oh yeah. And then they're all like, well, do you think you can send the part that we sent wrong back? And it was just like, I spent $170 for the part and you just sent me a $7 part and you want that $7 part back. That's what I thought. What I said to them was, when I get the part I need, I will. Which I know was probably not nice, but whatever. So they put in the order for my new part, and that new part comes lickety split. And you know what is so amazingly flippin' awesome? It came in this bag. No, it didn't come in this bag. It came in this bag. I bet you know where I'm going with this. I bet you know where I'm going with this. So we have faucet adapter, part number WD1X1447 in a unicoupler bag that is part number WD35X194. Once again, same exact problem, same exact wrong part, same exact issue. I don't even know how to deal with this at this point. Howdy, Call the Plug 49. Good to see you. I am going over a little bit of a headache that I'm having with my own supply chain issue, as it were. Yeah, we'll see. And so Rick, Okay, so I've missed a whole bunch of stuff. So, okay, so shock, maybe they'll ship the rest later. Perhaps, because for the problem is these faucet adapters have nothing to do with the unicoupler. Like, the unicoupler is a completely separate part than the faucet adapter. And the unicoupler, like, this label says that what's in this bag is a unicoupler, which it's not. And I know that because A, I know what a unicoupler is supposed to look like, and B, I know it because the part number in the bag is a different part number. I mean, it's a completely different thing. And I know it's a completely different thing because I happen to need one of these faucet adapters to use the unicoupler on my faucet. But here's the deal. I already have 2 of them. Now I have like 4 of them. That's the part I didn't need. Yeah. So, yeah. So that is where I'm at right now. And Rick, good to see you sliding on in. You're late. That's okay. I wasn't even sure I was going to be here. We had a power outage until like right before the stream was supposed to start. And you were bird watching. Seahawks lost. Not exactly surprised to hear that. They are not having a good year this year. So, meh. So, yeah, shock. I don't think they're going to ship the rest later because another reason why I don't think they're going to ship the rest later is because I keep getting emails from Sears saying, so how'd you like the part we delivered? And at this point, I'm going to probably email them and just be like, you need to figure this out. So, but the problem is, I really like, the problem I think is no humans are involved in the grabbing and packaging of the part. So I honestly, I don't know how they're going to fix this because it's an error in their own system. Some machine, somebody, some thing put the wrong part in clearly an entire batch of stuff. So now they think they've got a bunch of unicouplers, but they actually don't. They just have faucet adapters. So I have no idea. Call the plug 49. Do I want your credit card details? No, not at all. I mean, if your credit card details can get me the right part, then by all means throw them down. But I don't think credit card details are the problem here. I think the problem is that the machines don't know what they're doing and people are depending too much on the machines. Don't get me wrong. I'm dependent on machines. I mean, come on, we're doing this right now. So I'm not trying to badmouth machines, but the machines sometimes need human oversight. So, yeah. Andre, hey, good to see you. The unicoupler sounds like an evil villain. That's hysterical. Yeah, okay, well, Shuck, the kit thing, never know what is part of the kit. True, but I happen to know that this is a completely separate issue from the kit itself. So I'm a little bit habut right now. It's annoying, it's aggravating, and it's also hysterical. I mean, when I reordered the part, I knew this was going to happen. I mean, obviously I didn't know, but I knew. I had a feeling, I could tell. Like, the part is, the problem with their supply chain right now is the machines are confused, and they think they've got a part in stock that they don't have a part in stock. Although... I wonder, if I order a faucet adapter, will they send me a unicoupler kit? I mean, did they? Yeah, I don't know. That's funny, Cindy. Attach all the couplers together maybe long enough. Yeah, I wish. Although, actually, I still have the old one. I'm kind of wondering if I can rematch. I don't know. Well, Rick, as much as I want to flame the next human that I talk to about that part, the fact of the matter is, and I know that this is a horrible thing to say, but I had to call into a service center in India. They have nothing they're not even in this country. They are just literally clicking, but there's nothing that human can do. As and as soon as I heard who it was I was talking to, and the cacophony of the call center noise in the background, and the fact that, he said his name was Mike, but we both know it's not. It was just like, oh, this is not really going to be helpful. He's just following prompts and clicking buttons. He's not, and as as much as I would love to be frustrated at call centers in India, actually, it really wouldn't have mattered if it was a call center in India or a call center in Indiana. That guy is just clicking buttons and following prompts, and it's what I'm hoping is I can get an email address so I can like send photographic proof and explain, because trying to explain this without visuals is sort of confusing, I think. So so yeah, that's where I'm at right now. And Andre, I'm surprised that Sears is still around. Yeah, after this after this rigmarole, so am I. Yeah, that's how that works. So thanks so much, Shock, for bringing out the swords, etc. You are an awesome mod. Get some mod love there for Shock. I should probably create a mod love emote, but the emote right now that I'm trying to work on is the hairy chest James Caan emote. I think we all know why that's happening. And Elaine, yeah, I need to send an email with pictures of the outer bag and the part inside showing the discrepancy. Yeah, and then also a picture of the pieces you need. Abso-flippin'-lutely. Elaine, that's, yeah. And Darlene, you're suggesting the same. Can I take a picture and send with my email? That's going to be the next step. But right now, I don't even have an email. Like, the email prompts that I get for, like, review the order, it's not, I don't even, like, there's no way to upload a picture. It's all a case of, like, rate 1 through 10. You know, there's not a whole lot of elbow room for customization to tell them exactly what's wrong. I mean, I'll look in the emails again, and maybe I missed the upload picture situation. Because, yeah, I need to communicate with visuals. Like, you guys have a problem, and you need to fix this. So... yeah, so that is the plan, basically, and I'm so glad that you guys can understand why I'm a little bit frustrated, and so thank you for letting me vent. Yeah, Patrick, you came, good to see you, good for you coming in. Yeah, I tried to post on my socials, when the power went out that, today might not be happening, and then, of course, like, I think it was 12 minutes before 5 p.m. it was just like boop boop boop, power comes back on, and I was just like, oh, I don't know if I have anything ready to do, but I guess I better do something. So here we are doing something. Yeah, let's see here. So, okay, Elaine here. Oh, well, actually, hold on. Before I say what Elaine's saying, I want to say hi to Yamamoto-san. Good to see you. And Book Chris Graves. How's it? I'm so glad you guys could swing in today. I'm not sure if you guys know this or not, because this is a brand new thing, but Chatter with Statter is moving. You found us today. We're starting at 5 p.m. West Coast time on Sundays and on Wednesdays. I don't want to conflict with Andy Bumatai's Daily Pigeon. And so if I go on Wednesday, then Andy and I don't have to fight for your love, basically. And so that way, 5 p.m. West Coast time, adjust it accordingly in each direction. Tuesdays will be Andy, Wednesdays will be Statter, Thursdays will be Andy. Fridays, I believe Shock is going to be doing something around that time, some kind of movie. And then Sundays, Chatter with Statter, 5 p.m. West Coast time. Statterbox at the cinema, always right now, is going to be Saturdays at 6 p.m. West Coast time. So I'm super stoked that you guys were able to join me yesterday to create a full house for the cinema. We watched Torch Song Trilogy, and gosh, I totally forgot how good that movie was, and I think I'm going to have to watch it again. And I'm so glad that I've downloaded it onto my system. I really want to keep that movie. I want to keep that movie on hand. So let's see here. Elaine, though. So Elaine says, it may not be machine tech error, but the faucet adapter was put in the unit bin. Until someone physically checks and corrects the error, it will still be the wrong part. I worked in a parts warehouse, and some parts can easily be mixed up. Many workers do not know the parts. They just go by the outer part bag number. Yeah, no, that is exactly what I mean, because here's the thing. Like, the outer part bag number is... Let me try this one more time. The part number on the outer bag is totally right. It is the part number that I am supposed to be getting. Just that this isn't the part. It's not the same number. And yeah, I figured it had something to do with with bins getting mixed up or things getting put in the wrong bin. It is a little bit weird though, like under no circumstances is a unicoupler kit gonna fit in this bag, but that's not my problem, so I'm not gonna worry about that. So let's see here. Um, so yeah, Patrick, wind is picking up all over the place, and yeah, it's supposed to continue. The atmospheric river is coming in off of the ocean and is not going to be stopping anytime soon from that. From what I understand. Shock. So I don't know what what you're talking about with Coming to America with Eddie Murphy. Oh, is that what you're going to play on Friday? Sorry, I didn't mean to get so excited about that. Is that what you're talking? Is that why you mentioned that? Oh, you're going to be playing Coming to America with the Eddie Murphy movie on Friday? Because that's super awesome. And if you're not, then tell me why you mentioned that, because clearly I got a little bit excited about that movie. Yeah. There we go. Yes. Yeah, Kenny, we get a full dose of statter today, although I don't know how long the dose is going to be. I mean, I know, as Terry in Scotland has mentioned, I can talk the leg off a donkey, but I don't know if I've got a whole lot to talk about today. So I had plans and things, but I had videos I was going to show, but they're not happening. And I just found out today that YouTube and StreamLabs have finally gotten their machines talking to each other, and YouTube is not so easy to stream onto StreamLabs anymore. Like the browser, when you try to do a browser capture, it just blacks out the screen, just like it does with Netflix and with Hulu and with all those other things. So I think YouTube is starting to get a little wise. Yeah. So that's how that worked out today. And I tried to download something off of YouTube and was coming up with heartburn. That might have been user error though. And of course, right when that happened, and I was trying to figure that out, then the power went out. So it was just like, I want to scream. Instead, I just went and read a book. So yeah, good to see you, Calpena. I was not sure if I was going to be able to be here today, but I am so glad that you are here, and I am here to see you. I don't know if you've heard, but you found us. 5 p.m. West Coast time is the new time for Chatter with Statter, and Wednesdays and Sundays are the new days. So if you have time to come hang out on those days, we're going to be here. Yeah. So Darlene, yeah, no, I don't have Coming to America yet. So that's not my movie. Let's see here. So Cindy says, Molly, I couldn't watch the movie, so maybe you can show it again sometime. The movie that we saw last night, Torch Song Trilogy. Gosh, I think I probably could. In fact, I figure we might want to, I've got a couple other movies that are lined up, so we're not going to do it anytime soon, but I do feel like we need to rewatch Rollerball. Do I need to explain to you why? Yeah. We need to watch Goonies, or get past the first 7 minutes of Goonies, and then rewatching other stuff. Sure, if I still have it on my system. And Torch Song Trilogy, I plan on keeping on my system. If I still have it on my system, I would love to do a rerun, as it were. Bring it back to the cinema. So yeah, we totally could do that. And okay, so Shock, you did just rip that one. Excellent. So yeah, you can show Coming to America. Good Lord, that was kind of embarrassing. Yeah, you can show Coming to America, and I will definitely be there because, well, you saw my reaction to when I read that movie. Yeah, there you go. Let's see here. So, okay. Patrick, that is really funny, actually. Patrick says, I think they should make a new server combining YouTube and Twitter, and they can call it UTwit. Speaking of Twitter and being UTwit, there's actually a website, because Twitter, I guess, only lets you do 240 characters or something like that, 280 characters. Well, there's a website that's like formatted like Twitter, but it's called Twit Longer, and it's an infinity character thing so you can go on rants. And for some reason, the Twit Longer, that just cracks me up. When I first saw that website, it just put me into a field of giggles. Um, yeah, Rick or TwitTube. Yep, there you go. There you go. That we could call it TwitTube too. Yep. Yes, Michi Mama, I am on. You didn't get notification. Oh, well, that is unfortunate. I don't know. I don't know why Twitch doesn't do that, but you're lucky to have caught us because there was almost no us today. And, the power came on just in the nick of time for me to say, I guess I'll go on, even though I don't really know what I'm gonna do. So, yeah. So there you have it, Rabbit. We're here. We're trying to figure out what's going on. I've got some good advice about my dishwasher saga. Michi Mama, 2 wrong parts sent to me. July 3rd, just for those of you who are keeping score at home, it was right around July 3rd that I made the order for the parts that I'm trying to get to repair my dishwasher. And at this point, I mean, it's almost like I feel like maybe it's just a ploy to get me to just buy a new one, because honestly, at this point, it's getting very tempting to just buy a new one. Yeah. So that's how that works. No, Patrick, I didn't get any more chips today. I actually have not left the house today. For those of you who might not be familiar with my incredibly embarrassing post to Facebook last night. So I went to the convenience store that I don't normally go to last night, and I was hungry. And I think we all know where this is going. So I went to the convenience store just to get a Red Bull. That's all. Just to get, well, I mean, 2, one for then and then one for today. Yeah, so I walk in and I notice, oh, hey, they've got these potato chips I've never heard of before. Sasquatch surprise. Like, what is that? Okay, I got to get that. And then they had these like Molokai sweet and spicy. And I'm like, okay, I got to get that. And then I saw some salsa verde tortilla chips and was like, oh, I got to get that. And then I saw some Crunch and Munch, and I hadn't eaten Crunch and Munch in so long. So like I had to get that. And then I like spent way too long looking at instant ramen and, cup noodle type stuff, but like way fancier, because like that bodega has like the biggest selection of instant cup noodle stuff I've ever seen. In even like the Asian marts don't have a selection like this one. But I didn't get any noodles. I did eventually finally get the Red Bull that I was looking for. I can't remember. I think I had something else. Anyway, by the time I got to the counter, all I could say was, I'm going to need a bag. And actually I needed 2. So there you go. Yeah. So if you need chips, I've got chips, like all of the chips, except for the salsa verde ones. I ate those already. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's see here. Yeah, Kenny, when you get the Twitch notifications, it's usually 3 to 4 minutes into the show. Yeah, Twitch is usually a couple minutes. My notifications for the channels that I follow also are usually a couple of minutes late, as it were. I don't know what chili banana chips are, but that sounds really good. I think I would like chili banana chips. Oh, Cindy. God, I hadn't really thought about that. You're right. Black Friday sales, there might be a cheaper dishwasher on sale. Hey, that's a good tip there. See, I'm not much of a shopper, so it doesn't really, I forget about things like Black Friday sales. And when you're spending what I'm going to be spending on a dishwasher, never hurts to save a buck or two. So let's see here, Andre, how ironic, the movie worked fine, yes, a bit of stopping, but okay, but today the chat is freezing all the time and giving you error messages every once in a while. That is ironic, Andre. For those who might not know, Andre has an issue with his slow internet at one of his houses. And normally when he tries to hang out with us on Twitch during the movie nights, it's a nightmare for him. And he's just like, I gotta go. My internet's not working good enough. Well, last night, smooth sailing. He got to hang out, watch the movie, Today, no movie, no nothing, and his internet's just like, yeah, you probably don't want to hang out here. We're gonna make it difficult for you to hang out here. Nope, nope. Um, yeah. So, Calpena, you're loving how this story is going. Yeah, I could. Well, I'm assuming you're referring to the bodega story, and yeah, it could have. Honestly. Okay, here's an addendum. So, actually, there were 4 bags of potato chips that I wanted. There was a tangy ginger Hawaiian potato chip, and then, which, by the way, I'm going to go back and get. And then there was a garlic parmesan kettle chip that I wanted to try. But I figured the garlic parmesan, that can wait. But yeah, there was actually 4 bags of potato chips that I wanted, and I only bought 2. So I consider myself very restrained as of last night. Yes. Yeah. Shock. I went in there before I had dinner. Yeah. Oh yeah. I went in there before I had dinner. Oh yes, I did. And Patrick, no, I didn't have the munchies at that point. I actually hadn't smoked anything. When I posted the the haul on Facebook, that was basically everybody's first response was like, "Girl, what you been smoking?" And it was like, "Nothing yet." Emphasis on yet, but yeah, I hadn't yet. Not even. So, oh no, is your frozen video Yamamoto-san? I don't, my stream looks to be going fine, so maybe do a refresh. Twitch, I can't even begin to explain to you what's going on with Twitch. Mad Statter, Seattle's Tempopo, there you go. Let's see here. Oh, you've got the Hawaiian wafer cookies from the Christmas dome time. That's good. That's good. I would like those, but you're too far to share, so fine. Shock. If they have Black Friday dishwashers, it will be because of the divorce lawyer lobby and the idea to promote it. Well, maybe. I don't know, dude. I mean, actually, I don't really know. Is Black Friday when like appliances are on sale? Because I feel like different things have different times of the year that you're going to find them cheap. I feel like I read an article once that like, oh, if you want to buy a washer and dryer, like January is actually the time that they go on sale and blah, blah, blah. And when I say January, I actually don't know if it's January, but I'm just saying that there's this very specific, different stuff is cheaper at different times of the year. Electronics notoriously are cheaper during Black Friday stuff, but I'm not really sure appliances are. And so I'm wondering if anyone knows what I'm talking about. Oh, hey, thanks for the 100 biddies there, Patrick. I super appreciate that. I'm going to probably put that to my potato chip fund. Because I really want to try the Hawaiian ginger potato chips. I can't even imagine what those are going to be like. So, yeah, you know, the Michimama, I've heard that Best Buy has dented appliances that are sold cheaper, and that is totally fine. But the thing is with me, I need not a disposable. What is it? I need a disposable dishwasher. Yeah, that's not what I want. Portable. I need what's called the portable dishwashers, the kind that aren't plumbed in to your stuff. And those aren't nearly as common, although those are going to be the ones that, if they're dented, would matter. Because the ones that are, yeah, you know, that's, oh, I'm just sitting here babbling to myself, aren't I? Yeah, you know, that's a good idea. I'll have to look into that. I don't know. The point in my babble was I'm not sure what I'm looking for will have too many of those, but it never hurts to look. So there you go. Oh my God, Cindy, you were going to order some Lao Laos, but the postage was $137. Okay, never mind. Yeah, no flippin' doubt. You know, that is such the problem though when it comes to shipping, you know, with dry ice and the, you know, the perishable stuff. I wanted to ship some smoked salmon to the islands once. And it was just like, are you telling me that to ship $12 worth of smoked salmon is going to cost me $55? No, I can't really see the $12 worth of salmon being worth $55 worth of shipping. That's just silly. So, yeah. Oh, Andre, you sound so rich. I'm using my main house, which is the one with the slow internet. It's my main house. Uh, um, yeah, I think the 1080p is beyond someone's internet. But I don't know. I don't want to go much low. Oh, wait, I think my actually, hmm. In theory, my settings are down to 720. I thought I set them down to that, but I might be lying. Not so much lying as confused and unsure of myself. Yeah, there you go. I don't know who it is that you're talking about that makes good guava cake, Patrick, but I do know that Paradise Cakes in Seattle makes wonderful guava cake, and I need to go there sometime soon because every time I see it on the internet, I literally it makes my mouth water. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kenny, the bodega really understands what the word convenience in convenience store means. Oh, for sure, that convenience store has a whole bunch of stuff. And it's actually, I really like that convenience store because it's got stuff that you don't see in other places. They've got this one brand of Cajun style potato chips that are out of New Orleans. Cannot remember what they're called. I cannot remember what they're called, but they're unlike any other potato chip I've ever had. They're kind of sweet, kind of salty, kind of spicy, kind of like, I don't really know if I like them, but I can't stop eating them. They're the strangest things, and I've never seen the brand anyplace except for in that store. And I got to tell you, if it is a store that carries like some obscure random junk food item that like no place else carries, well, I kind of like that store. I just, even if I don't like the junk food that they're carrying, the fact that they've got this like obscure something that obviously somebody likes, I love that. And I'll tell you what, I spent way too much time in that bodega. I have never seen a store, let alone a convenience store, devote so much space to Pringles. I didn't know that Pringles had as many flavors as they have in that flippin' store. That store has like an entire Pringles section that would envy any grocery store. Yeah, they are all about the Pringles. Well, they're all about a lot of things at that store. So, yeah, no, the convenience store is really awesome. I mean, do you need diapers? Do you need a stove? Do you need charcoal? Do you need a tuna sandwich? Do you need some instant ramen? Do you need a crack pipe? Do you need a torch lighter for your crack pipe? Do you need 47 kinds of incense to cover up your crack pipe smoke? It's one-stop shopping, man, and they've got a gas station out front. So, it's everything you need and some things you don't. Yeah, let's see here. So shock. Black Friday seems Christmas oriented, and I think I'd divorce my spouse if he bought me a dishwasher for Christmas. Yeah, that was one of the rules in my mom and dad's relationship, was just like, you don't give utilitarian items as birthday or Christmas gifts. Like, a vacuum is not a gift. A vacuum is a vacuum. And if my dad gave my mom an iron for her birthday, my mom would be in jail and my dad would probably be dead. How? A blow to the head from an iron. Where'd she get the iron? Oh, it was her gift. It was her birthday gift from him. He should have known better. Yeah. Oh, Patrick, right now, most appliances are back ordered for a few months. Of course, everything's back ordered for a few months. Yeah, exactly, Darlene. It's electronics that are big for Black Friday sales. And, honestly, with the supply chain issues that we're having right now, worldwide, when I say we, I mean as a planet, I'm thinking that Santa might not have as many electronics in his bag this year as he has in years past. Just saying that some of the parts might have not made it to the North Pole to his workshop. Okay, so Michi Mama, excellent. I love you. I love you guys all up on Google. Michi Mama, Google says appliances are cheaper on all of the holiday sales. Okay, cool. Okay, excellent. Then I will definitely I will definitely take a look-see. And yeah, Kenny, okay, so Black Friday, but then see, I was thinking it was tax refund season is kind of when the appliances start going cheap as well. Like late January, early February is that was sort of that was kind of what I had in my head for when the appliances were. But I don't know, you guys, seriously, at this point with I was trying to be thrifty. I mean, because the dishwasher works just fine. It's just it's just this little leak. It's just this little tiny leak in the hose. See the tiniest little leak in the hose. So tiny. Yeah, that rat really just yeah. I thought I was being really super cool trying to replace it and repair it myself. I thought. So Calpena, we're interacting. It's not babbling. Okay, good. All right. So, okay, cool. Elaine, you've got some knowledge to drop. You worked in retail years ago, but I'm right. Usually appliances go on sale after the holidays, but occasionally you may find one put out. So, okay, cool. So all right. So I'm really good at making stuff up. Like really good at thinking I know what I'm talking about and not really. So I'm glad to know that I wasn't making up the whole after holiday appliance thing, because really, Shock brings up a good point. It's like, who wants to give a washer and dryer for Christmas? Really? I mean, I'm sure it's been done once. Yeah. Let's see here. So Calpena, I fly and meet anybody with 2 coolers full of goodies. I would have to say to the airlines that the contents are cooked and frozen, then tape them up. It would be your 2 pieces of luggage. Yeah. Oh no. Okay. So yeah, that actually makes total sense. I was thinking I wasn't going to be going to Hawaii. I wanted to just ship the stuff. But it did occur to me, yeah, next time I go to Hawaii, that's exactly what I'm planning on doing, is the ultra frozen and just keep packing it in my own stuff. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, Patrick, Bobby's is in Linwood, and I could do Bobby's, but Cindy's too far from Bobby's for that. So, Kenny, oh, you're so sweet. If I can find a total replacement for the dishwasher, don't hesitate to pass the hat to fund it. You'd kick on that. Well, that is very sweet of you. And anybody who does want to kick in on any kind of thing, I do have a PayPal donation link somewhere. Definitely on my YouTube, maybe on my Twitch. I'm not really sure. And then, of course, you guys can always donate the little bitties here. And I super appreciate that. And they go to helping me live my life. But yeah, that's not what this is all. That's definitely not. I mean, I guess I should remind people to subscribe and follow, because I never do remind people to do that. So try to follow and get notified and click buttons if you want to hang out with us. Oh, great. Excellent. Andre, 200 biddies. Awesome. Yes, we're passing the hat for the dishwasher situation. Yeah. That sounds awesome. I will definitely keep y'all updated on that, because I'll tell you, washing dishes is just not, it's not my thing. After many months of having to do it, I realized no, it's just not my thing. It's just not my thing. Mm-mm. Yeah, merry birthday. Here's a dustbuster. Oh, Buster, let me tell you, kapow is exactly right. Let's see here. Okay, so do they have a clean bathroom, Shock? Honestly, I don't really know if they've got a bathroom for... I don't know. I live close enough to that convenience store that I've never had to find out if they have a bathroom, let alone if it's clean. But I don't know. And yeah, Kenny, exactly. Clean restroom is asking a lot from a convenience store. Yeah, it really, I mean, honestly, I've seen people in 7-Eleven ask to use the bathroom, and it's like it takes an act of Congress for 7-Eleven employee to finally allow somebody back there. So, Okay, so Calpana's given up her secrets. My cousins travel with frozen Lau Lau and and fished in Ulu. It was all frozen. It was the 2 pieces of luggage sent through the bottom of the plane. With Southwest, you get 2 free luggages. Yeah, and the bottom of the plane is kind of where you want that, because that's where it's not going to get too hot on there. So yeah. Oh, Andre, this is so frustrating. You get 3 seconds and then it freezes. Oh gosh. Oh, you just seem to have the luck on all of the jankiest feeds that I can possibly provide. Apparently, I have my mission in my streaming world is to give Andre the jankiest Twitch feeds ever, and I have fulfilled my purpose. It sounds like. Andre, I don't know why you hang out. I don't know why you hang out. I love that you hang out, but goodness gracious, I would throw my computer out the window if I were you. It sounds like it sounds like you're infected with the statter stutters. The statter stutters. Let's see here. Yeah, use bubblegum to I wish. Oh, that's funny. Yep. Shock. Well, there you go. When I was younger and broker, if it was agreed upon in advance, an appliance is an acceptable gift. Very, very good point. In fact, yeah, honestly, if Santa came down my non-existent chimney with a dishwasher on Christmas, I would be very happy. Thank you, Santa. Oh, yeah. Yeah, all that Twitch loot. That's right, Kenny. I got to tell you, dude, that ad revenue from Twitch, all 89 cents of it, I tried not to spend it in one place. There you go. It's a sad and bad Twitchuation, Shock says about Andre, and that is 100% true. It sounds like. Okay, so Patrick, that's hysterical. Patrick just says, someone asked me if the back of the plane was safer to sit. I said yes, because the mountains are up front. That's a good one. That's a good one. That is a good one. Yeah, Elaine, I'm guessing Andre's tried that, but you know what? It never hurts to remind folks of what sometimes works, because I'll tell you what, I've had serious technological problems that were solved by the most mundane solutions. For instance, I was at a roller derby event where I was responsible for printing up all of the worksheet booklets, the scorekeeping tabulations, the statistical, all of the rosters. Basically, I was responsible for providing all of the paperwork for every single game. And this paperwork was something that couldn't really be prepared in advance because it was a double elimination tournament. So you didn't really know who was going to be playing who until after they already played other people, which meant you couldn't create the rosters or the anythings. So the paperwork is being created, live as the tournament is going on. And suddenly, I cannot print anymore because I ran out of ink, which no big deal. Okay, right. So, kind of a big deal because there wasn't an extra ink cartridge, and that's where the stress and the timing situation started to tick down. So someone had to go leave the venue, go find an ink cartridge. Clock is ticking down because game time is about ready to start, and we still don't have paperwork, and I'm the one in charge of it, and so everyone's looking at me. So, and it's ready, it just can't be printed. So the gopher comes back with the ink cartridge and, gets it, puts it in, and I go and press print, and all of the pages are blank. They're all blank. Now, I'm sure every single one of you are like, well, I know what the problem was. And in retrospect, I should have been able to figure out what the problem was. But because of the high stress situation, my brain went to a total blank. I mean, it was just like, oh my God, what are we going to do? So I'm freaking the fork out. And one of my officials it just comes, he walks up with sort of a smirk on his face, and it's a frustrating smirk. I'll admit I thought it was frustrating at the time. And he walks up and he just opens the printer and takes out the cartridge and pulls off the tape covering the ink flow and puts it back in the machine and says, "Try it again." It worked. So yeah, sometimes the most mundane solutions to the tech problems are the ones that end up working. So yeah, there you go. Yeah. Well, Patrick, I have to solve the rat issue first. That rat issue has been solved. That rat that rat has been dealt with. And then a few other rats have been dealt with. So the rat issue actually is currently under control. Famous last flippin' words. I have no doubt in my mind that tonight another rat will be brought in because my house can't live without a rat in it for more than 2 days, probably, because my cats bring them in. But at the moment, the rat situation is under control. And not only that, I have traps I used to only set the traps like if I knew there was a rat. Not anymore. I've gotten wise. No, I have traps all in nooks and crannies as preemptive measures for if and when a rat does come in. It's just like, oh yeah, there's already something waiting for you. It's got a little Snickers bar on it and everything. Enjoy. Yeah. Let's see here. Actually, no, they didn't, he didn't chew it for the water and the food grease that gets trapped in there because this particular hose, well, he might have for the water, but not for the food or grease. Because this is the intake hose. Like this hose only had water that flowed through it. It's the hose that comes from the faucet to the dishwasher. And then the other hose, the bigger hose, that's the one that goes from the dishwasher to the drain. And that's the one that would have all the gross food and grease in it. And he didn't touch that. Honestly, rats and rodents, they need to chew to keep their teeth. I mean, their teeth are constantly growing. They need to chew. And so I think he was just sharpening his teeth or whatever. I don't know. And I don't really think he was in it for the water because there's a bowl of water literally for my animals, literally right by the dishwasher that he was living in. Like there's lots of places that the rat could have found water in my house. So I'm not so sure he was looking for the water. But yeah, so well, okay, so use the duct tape. See, I with the water pressure that comes out, well, first off, I can't do anything that what you guys are saying because I've already cut the hose off of the part. So I can't do any of that. But I really just don't, I don't want to mess with duct tape and high pressure water going through a hose. I just, yeah, I don't think I trust myself to wrap things tight enough. So yeah. Let's see here. So let's see here. Yeah, Andre, I'm so glad that you are willing to put up with all your tech issues. Andre says, I love you guys. Otherwise, I would not be trying to get this. I would not be trying this hard to get this to work. Yep, exactly. I hear that. Sometimes it's worth it. So I'm so glad that you think that the Statterbox crew is worth it. We do have a pretty good group here, I have to say. I might be a little bit biased, I'll admit. But yeah. Oh, Shock. See, this is exactly what would happen to me. So Shock says to Kenny, I once had to power on a printer for a guy who then said he didn't think. Oh, okay. Hold on. Oh no. Hold on. Let me restart this. Shock says, oh, Kenny, I once had to power on a printer for a guy who then said he didn't think I could solve the problem because after all you are a woman. I said, I may be a woman, but at least I'm not a bitch. And yeah, I know I'm not supposed to say bad words on my stream, but it's my stream and I'm going to say it. And that was worth saying. I cannot even believe that he would say something as snide and snotty as that, especially since it's just like, you're the idiot who couldn't even figure out how to turn on a flipping machine, Murner. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um, oh, shock. And you had already asked him if the printer was on, and he vehemently assured me that it was. Of course. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cindy, you're not the first person to suggest taking the hoses to the car parts store. And the only reason why I hesitate to is because these are like food safe hoses, and I just don't know if the car parts store has the same material. On the other hand, maybe these aren't food safe hoses, and I just think they are because they go to my dishwasher. And yeah, maybe I should go talk to the car people. Andre, I need to find somebody I don't like that has the same dishwasher that I have. But works, and just do a midnight exchange. Oh, I like the way you're thinking. That's hysterical. That would be hysterical. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah, exactly, Kenny. You should never bite the hand that fixes your tech. That is just absolutely no. No, you do not do that. What you do is you make fun of yourself for being a total idiot. And then if you maybe had told the tech person an apology because if you had mentioned, oh no, it's totally on, and then you find out, oh, it's not, like, well, then you apologize. And you make fun of yourself. I don't know. I guess maybe that's just maybe my go-to. Well, that's a good question, Cindy. Does it say in writing? No, not on these particular hoses, but when I went to go get replacement hoses, there was a whole section that was like for food safe, and then a whole section of not food safe. So, so I got it in my head that I don't know. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, there's a lot that I don't know, obviously. And one thing that I don't know, as we talked about, and Andre, he went and did some research for me. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, Rick. Oh, I like the way you think. Before I put the replacement hoses back in, maybe grease it with a little Vaseline and coat it with cayenne powder. So if the rat comes back, he. That is the dumbest smart idea I've ever heard of in my life. And my best guess is I'm going to be doing that. Like, yeah, that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure after all. And if I can keep a rat from deciding, I mean, I've had this machine for I don't even know how many years. It never occurred. I don't ever want this to happen again. So yeah, that's a very good plan. Cindy Krause, wash the hoses with soap and water and just call it good. I know, right? I mean, yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, as I was saying, there's a ton of stuff I don't know. And as I mentioned before, one of the things I don't know is how to make enchiladas. I just can't make them. I can eat them. And I've made them a quadrillion different ways, but they're all wrong. They all turn out wrong. The sauce gets absorbed in the tortilla. So then it's all dry and like there's no sauce, but the tortilla is all mushy and puffy and gross. So yeah, as I said in one of my last streams, I would even eat a Swanson Hungry Man dinner that has enchiladas. And Andre went and found me. He I guess what he did was he called my bluff. He's just like, yeah, they don't make them anymore, but this is what they used to have. Are you sure you would eat that? And it's just like, huh, yeah, I don't really know if I would eat that. Um, so you've got, I guess the one enchilada is the one uh, that is covered with cheese, and then those other things are supposed to be tamales, apparently. So, yeah, maybe I do make um enchiladas better than Swanson's. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Another thing that's hard to say, though, is just what is in, and this once again, also thanks to Andre, just what is in the Polynesian style Swanson's dinner. Because according to the package itself, it says sweet and sour chicken and pork. Now, my best guess is that's not the case at all. It's probably either sweet and sour chicken or sweet and sour pork. And you're going to get whatever they have on time or on hand at the time. Which is it? I don't know. Will you be able to tell which it is when you eat it? I don't know. But the Polynesian style dinner, in case you can't see, is the sweet and sour chicken and pork, vegetable chow mein, roasted rice in sesame or in seaweed sauce. I don't know how to read words. Roasted rice in a seasoned sauce, and an orange tea cake. So yeah, that's that. And of the two dinners between the Mexican fiesta and the Polynesian dinner, I guess I'd eat the Polynesian dinner because it comes with dessert, but honestly, I probably would rather have neither. And so, yeah, Andre, they did make Swanson's enchiladas, but not anymore. Yeah, So, oh, Darlene, you just made a batch of jambalaya. You didn't put the spicy cayenne pepper for the added spicy sausage, which made it spicy enough for you. Yeah, oh God, sometimes those sausages are enough to burn your mouth off. Yeah, definitely. Copena, the Polynesian style is more of a Chinese luling. I'm not sure what that last word is, but yeah, it seems way more Chinese food looking than Polynesian food. I mean, sweet and sour. Okay, actually, let me rephrase that. It doesn't seem like Chinese food because Chinese food is nothing like that. But American style Chinese food, well, that's exactly what that Swanson dinner sure looked like. I would definitely consider that more of a Chinese food looking meal than a Polynesian style meal. For sure. I mean, chow mein and sweet and sour pork or chicken or both. Yeah, that's full on fake Chinese. Yeah, Calpena, I finally figured out what you meant by, yeah, sorry. I was slow to catch, but I got it. You meant looking. Yeah, exactly. Oh, all right, Patrick. You're in charge of the steaks tonight. Gotta go barbecue. Try not to blow away. Have fun out there in the rain. Thanks for swinging by. I'm super stoked you're able to catch us. And hopefully I'll see you next Wednesday on Chatter with Statter, 5 p.m. West Coast time. Let's see here. Oh, hey, Kiala80890, you're new in your stream. Well, welcome. Not only are you new to the stream, you are now part of the Statterbox crew because you said hello. Come on, hang out, join us, and let's chat about whatever the heck it is we're going to be chatting about. Right now, we're talking about the embarrassing Chinese food, Polynesian style, Mexican fiesta dinners that Swanson had, and who knows where the chat is going to scatter from there. Let's see here. So, all right. So, hey there, Courtville. Good to see you. I'm glad that you are hanging out here with the Statterbox crew. Come on, hang out, and let's see what we want to talk about. All right, cool. Oh, good. I'm glad that you're feeling good, happy in the stream here, Kiala. We definitely. I'm located in the Seattle area. I was born in Hawaii. Lots of our chatters have Hawaii roots and or wishes to be there. So we definitely talk a lot about the islands. This stream, however, is not island oriented. But if you do find yourself wondering, why do they keep talking about Hawaii? Well, because we like Hawaii a lot. That's why. Andre, the ultimate punishment being sent to Swanson's dinner prison. Yeah, some of that stuff. But you know what though? Sometimes it's hard to tell. I ordered some food the other day from a Mexican food place, and it came the refried beans that I ordered, they came and I was just like, oh, these don't look like beans I like. Because I'm kind of picky about the texture of the beans. I don't like them when they're dry, powdery, and chunky. And they looked like they were going to be dry, powdery, and chunky. But I ate them and oh my God, dude, they were so seasoned. They were seasoned so perfectly. They were really flavorful. So I don't know, maybe those nasty looking dinners, maybe tasted better than they looked. I'm not convinced that that's the case. I'm just suggesting that maybe. Just suggesting that maybe. That's all. Oh, good. You are. I had a feeling, Kiala, with your name that you might be from Hawaii. And so if you want to join the chat and telling us all about the everythings that we're talking about, by all means, pop on in and let everyone know. As Darlene is wondering, where are you? What island are you from? Where are you from? Come on. Yeah, let's hear all about you. We would love to hear more about our Hawaii-oriented folk. So, yeah, let's see here. Yeah, Shock, good to go. Thanks so much. Let's see here. Yeah, Kenny, precisely, whatever. In this chat, get in and hang on because we don't know where this ride is going and we're not completely sure how we're going to get there. And oftentimes once we get there, we're like, how on earth did we get here? So yeah, that's exactly how this stream works. So come on, throw down some chat and help steer the party because we talk about just about anything. Yeah, for sure. So let's see here. Excelente. Cool. So, yeah. All right. I think I'm going to go and consult my notes for a second because, well, because I normally, honestly, you guys, I'm really sorry about. Oh, I remember I wanted to show something. Oh, but I don't know if I have it. Oh, no. Okay, so I had this really cool picture that I was going to show you guys, but I don't know where I put it on my computer. So I guess I'm not going to show it to you. That sucks. That was just horrible. Why did I even mention that? I don't know. I just did. Yeah, there we go. All right, you know what? I'm a liar. I'm going to just babble here in the microphone, and I'm going to be looking on the things, and I think I might remember where it is. So let's see. Oh, yes, here it is. I do know where it is. Okay, so you guys, so yeah, Kiala, it's pretty cold today over there on the islands. Yeah, that sucks when that happens because you guys don't have a whole lot of heaters in your house. And when it gets to be 65, that is, to most folks on the mainland, 65 is no big deal. But when you've got no heaters and you're not used to 65, that's like breath hanging in, freezing breath air. That's just, yeah, that's chilly. I hope you can keep cozy. Okay, Calpena, hey, thank you so much for showing face today. I'm super stoked that you were here. I'm super stoked that you were able to hang out for so long. It is getting to be, we've got about 20 minutes left before we're going to wrap this up. So yeah, everybody's got their lives to go do things, and it's probably dinner time or nighttime or whatever time at your neck of the woods. So by all means, get your life together and do what you need to do outside of the streaming universe. And I hope that I get to see you on Wednesday or I hope to get to see you on Tuesday or Thursday at Daily Pigeon Live with Andy Bumatai. Yeah, there we go. So let's see here. Okay. All right. So looks like we've got some love going on in the chat. So while we've got the love fest happening, I'm going to set up a brand new source, and you're going to see a black thing for a minute, because that's what happens when I'm doing stuff on the fly, and we are going to be looking at a black screen for a little bit longer. But I saw this picture on my Facebook feed, and I thought it was the coolest picture in the world. Well, maybe not the coolest picture in the world, but this picture was taken last night on the Seattle waterfront. And what is going on here is, let's see here. Oh, Andre, you're heading out. You only got two of the three words of sound. All right. Yeah, you've held on for so long. I thank you so much for hanging out, Andre. I wish you could hang out longer, but by all means, go away and let the internet stop driving you crazy, because I can't even believe that you've hung out as long as you had. So thank you so much for hanging out, dude. And I'll hopefully see you next Saturday, I guess. Unless I don't know. I know that your schedule is still stable and you've got a long commute home, but maybe you might be getting home now in time for Chatter with Statter, at least the end of it. So perhaps I'll see you on Wednesday, but I won't hold my breath. Hope to see you on Saturday, and if not, hope to see you next Sunday. So there we go. Yeah. Right. Yeah, exactly. So, Elaine, right. Isn't it a great photo? So this photo is taken off the West Seattle pier that's right by the what is it? Whatever. It's a Hawaiian restaurant on the Seattle waterfront. I can't remember, or on the West Seattle waterfront. I can't remember what it's called. And it's also where the water taxi between West Seattle and downtown Seattle docks up. As you can see across the water, that water is so glass-like too. I don't understand how that water was so calm when that picture was taken, because yesterday was a really stormy day as well. Yeah, this is a night fishing scene, and in the distance is the Seattle skyline across that water. But what everybody is fishing for is squid. It's squid jigging season, apparently. And apparently, like, if you go and, like, you can see, let's see. So you might notice that the water closest to the pier, between the lines of, like, the pier railings, looks like it's glowing green a little bit. Well, it is glowing green a little bit, because everybody has got a squid jig actually lights up to attract the squids to it. So everybody, I mean, this pier is filled with people squid jigging. Yes, squid. Sort of like Squid Games. This is Seattle's Squid Game, as it were, right now. It's squid season. So anyway, the water looks like it's glowing, because it kind of is, because all the squid jigs that are in the water are lighting up. And consequently, you can see the squids in the water. And apparently there are thousands of them right now. Like, the squid are running. Okay, now, I had no idea that we even had... First off, I've heard of squid jigs, but I didn't realize that squid jigs were used for squid. I thought that squid jigs were a form of bait that was used to mimic a squid to catch a fish. No, squid jigs are actually about catching the flippin' squid. Learned something yesterday. And I didn't even realize that there was such a thing as the squid are running right now, or a squid fishing season, or a whatever. But yeah, it apparently in Seattle is squid season. Learn something new every day. And you go, you go fishing for squid at night. And this is the beautiful scene of it yesterday. I'd be willing to bet that today there's probably a few less people out there. what with the wind and the incredible amount of rain, and it's not a Saturday night, it's a Sunday night, so people have work and stuff. But then again, I don't know, maybe the squid fishing is good when it's stormy. I have no idea. But but yeah, Michi Mama, you can see the needle. This photo is incredibly amazing. I cannot remember can't remember who took the picture. So, hold on, let me go find the picture. Because I really do want to give credit to this. So I did not take this picture, obviously. And the photo was taken by a guy named Andrew Reddaway. And I will be giving him credit for that picture on my YouTube feed when I move this over to YouTube. So yeah, it was his family. Most of the people in this picture were his family. And he actually posted another picture too, but I didn't grab that one, of further down the dock. And basically the other picture, you could see that this entire dock was filled with people, arm's reach, just, spaced just like this all the way around it. And people are just going fishing for the squid at night. And I guess, I'm assuming, because I really don't know, and there's a lot of stuff I don't know. This is one of it. I'm assuming that because the squid jigs are lit, that the squid it's better to fish for them at night instead of the day. But I don't know that for certain. So, yeah. I mean, I'm guessing if anybody knows, like squid, calamari, maybe it's best to fish for them at night. Judging from this picture, that's what I think it is. So, yeah, so I wanted to share that picture with you, and I meant to get it onto my system earlier. So thank you so much for being patient with me, with pulling up that new source and doing the black screen time for a minute. So, let's see here. So Michi Mama, so it sounds like, you should see people standing in a small group trying to catch Oama baby goat fish. Papio like to chase Oama too. And, okay, so Michi Mama, do squid feed at night? I don't know, but it sounds like you might have the knowledge that, that would explain why they're doing it at night. Yeah, I mean, if squid feed at night, then obviously you want to go fishing for them at night. So that would be the answer to that question. And I don't know if you're right, but I'm going to assume you are because you sound like you might know what you're talking about. But, oh, Darlene, now your connection is spinning and getting twitchy. Oh, habut. Yeah, well, hey, throw your phone away or not, and get off the stream. We'll see you next time. I definitely am not going to take it personally when the technology decides your stream is over. Sometimes the technology gets to decide when your stream is over. So there you go. So Kenny, squid is awesome. Good for bait, but better on the plate. And so Kenny, okay, so you think that squid feed more at night too. Okay, so I'm not just making that up. Or rather, Michi Mama's not just making that up. Good. Sounds like we sort of know what we're talking about. Until then, and we'll stick with this story. And let's see here. Yeah, Shock. Good advice. Kiala, if you are speaking to someone in particular, just do the @ sign and then whoever it is you're talking to, that way it'll highlight their name and they'll know that you're talking to them. But if you were asking how I'm doing today, I'm a little kerfuffled. My power went out for a couple hours right before my stream, and consequently all of my pre-stream planning did not get to happen, and which is why we're flying by the seat of our pants right now, basically. Yeah, that's how that works. Okay, Rick, coming in with dropping knowledge, a knowledge drop. Google says, general squid fishing chat. A lot of the time, it's not the moon phase itself, but the amount of light from the moon that affects squidding. Oh. Okay. Well, hold on. It looks really cloudy. I really don't know if the moon was visible that night. And honestly, I don't even know. Let's see. So it was the new moon on the 4th of November. So I guess it must be getting close to the full moon now. All right then. A whole new mystery layer of squid knowledge has been laid upon us. So, okay, so Elaine, your dad used to have a lantern strapped on his back and shining in front. He'd walk around in the low tide reefs and catch squid or octopus in Hawaii. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, okay. All right. So, yeah, Kenny, that was sort of the pieces of the puzzle I was putting together. It was like, well, if the jigs light up, it makes sense that they probably have a reason for lighting up, i.e., it's dark. But, sometimes you can make assumptions that are just like, oh, honey, that's just not the way that works. Oh, no. In fact, I was having a conversation with Lono about a song that he's got, the Hele Pohaku Traveling Rocks of Molokai. And I had... I don't even think I've told him this. So I was so proud of myself. I'd done this here, actually. So I had watched a couple Molokai mat videos on YouTube about the stones used for heiaus and building the fences and the walls, etc. And the protocol about who is allowed to touch the rocks, the protocol about how the rocks need to be handled, etc. For instance, when it comes to fresh rocks that are going to be used to build a wall, you are allowed to toss them from one person to another. So if you've got a line of people and you're handing rocks down the line, you're allowed to toss the rocks as long as they're new and they've never been used. But if you are dismantling a wall and handling the rocks for repair of said wall, you're repairing a wall basically. And sometimes in repair, you have to dismantle and then repair. Those rocks, once they have been placed in a wall, those rocks then you cannot just throw. Those rocks must be handed from one to another. Okay. So, I know this and I'm all thinking I'm smart and stuff. And so I semi-jokingly asked Lono whether or not, because, okay, in the song, he talks about happy menahunis that are eating, happy banana eating menahunis. And so I jokingly asked to him, and I seriously, I don't know. Anyway, I asked him semi-seriously, semi-joking, I wonder how the menahunis get the bananas to them. Do they bring them with them to eat on the trail? Do they hand them up the line to each other? Is it a line of menahunis that the banana stash is over there and they hand them to each other? Or do they just find the bananas on the trail as they go? At which, and it was kind of a legitimate question, I don't know why I thought of it as a legitimate question, but it was. And Lono just sort of was well, no, actually, everyone just refers to menahunis as banana eating. When your bananas go missing overnight, you blame the menahunis. He's that's what I meant when I said banana eating menahunis. And at that point I realized, having lived in Hawaii, I totally knew that that's what you said when your bananas went missing overnight. Was, oh, the menahunis got them. But instead, so I'm trying to apply all of this esoteric knowledge to what is actually just a flippin' joking folktale that he was making reference to. I honestly, I felt like an ass. It was just so sometimes it never hurts to ask. It's just look, I think I know what I'm talking about, but do I? No, you don't. Here, it wasn't at all complicated like you made it. So yeah, that's my story of being silly. Um, and let's see here. Okay, so full moon on the 19th. Okay, so it's just first quarter moon right now. All right, all right. Um, oh, Michi Mama, you've never heard the comment about, when, because I know that our banana trees in our yard, we very rarely got to harvest the bananas because they would go missing overnight. And it was locals that would come in the yard and go, ours now. But it's just the Menahunis got them. Yeah, that was the answer. So, Kayala, how did I get my name? It is a name that derived from roller derby. Actually, I used to officiate for the sport of roller derby, flat track, women's flat track roller derby. And I was in charge of things like scorekeeping and penalty tracking, et cetera, et cetera. And so in roller derby, there's a tradition of creating your own fun alter identity, and so Mad Statter was the name that I chose for myself, and it has basically stuck for over a decade. So here I am on Twitch now, Mad Statter, even though I'm not necessarily roller derby oriented. Still got that name. And yeah, exactly, Kenny. If you can't dazzle them with brilliance, baffle them with and that was exactly it. It was exactly it. It was just nothing but a bunch of bull. My interpretation of what, yeah. Yeah, Rick, exactly. Baffle them with a bunch of bananas. Ah, that is exactly perfect. And right, Cindy, Menahunis do all the kind missing stuffs. They're sneaky too, stealing the bananas. Exactly. If anything goes missing, it's because of the Menahunis. So if your bananas go missing, it's the Menahunis. And I knew this. Like, I totally knew this. That is like a very, I mean, it was like a saying, or just, and so for that, for me to have gone to such this like circuitous knowledge thing to force that upon to like the most simple concept that I already knew about, I felt like an ass. I really did. I felt so stupid. Now, in his defense, Lono did not point and laugh at me, at least not to my face. Well, obviously not to my face because I've never met the guy, but he didn't act like he was laughing. He very legitimately, pointed out the error in my thinking, and then yeah, and then there we go. So that's how that works. So Michi Mama, well, I'm not an accountant per se, but I do manage a tax and accounting office, and I do bookkeeping for people, and I am kind of fond of spreadsheets. So the Mad Statter moniker is fitting even outside of the Derbyverse. So your thought is not incorrect. I mean, I think most of us who hang out with Andy Bumatai at the Daily Pigeon Live are very familiar with my spreadsheets that keep track of all of the movies and music that he plays. So I can tell you, well, who sings the song to the video Kailua Drops? Well, let me get my spreadsheet out and I can tell you who sings that song. But yeah, so it's true. It still sticks. But the origin story of my name is actually in roller derby. Yeah. Oh, shock. You didn't know about the Menahunis, but now you know. Yep. There you go. Yeah. There you have it. All right. So it's about 6:30, so I think we're going to wrap this up. The Menahunis stole my power at the beginning of the afternoon, but then Menahunis went and dropped it right back off just in time for this stream. I want to thank you guys for hanging out, even though I put out the word that I might not be here. I was here, you were here, we were all here, and it's awesome. So, oh no, Terry's coming in for a raid right literally at the end of the stream. It looks like iRoots is coming into the house. Terry in Scotland coming in the house. C Honda coming in the house. I'm guessing, although I could be wrong, Carlin, Arkansas might be part of this crew too, as I'm sure Terry in Scotland probably is. But hey guys, we are heading out, literally, boom, just heading out now. So I am super stoked you came in and raided, but alas, I have run out of things to babble about because, well, This was unprepared situation today. So, of all the streams to come in late on, this was probably the best one to come in late on, guys. So, good timing for the raid. So, yeah, I'm going to wrap this up, and I hope to see you guys Wednesday, 5 p.m. West Coast time on the United States, and here for Chatter and Chatter with Statter. And if I don't see you on Wednesday, I hope to see you Saturday for Statterbox at the Cinema, which is 6 p.m. West Coast time on Saturdays. And then again, 5 p.m. Sundays, a week from now, we'll be here again. And as a reminder, I do upload these videos to YouTube about 24 hours after the stream. And so if you're watching YouTube right now for the first time and you want to mention something or comment on something that we talked about in this live chat, we'll keep the conversation going. That's totally cool. Just write it in the comments. I'll probably respond most likely. Other people might even comment. Even though it's not live chat, we can still keep the conversation going. So feel free to like, subscribe, hit your notification bell, leave any comment you want, because this is all about the chatter and we like to keep that conversation going. So, all right. Thank you so much for heading in today, and I will see you later.